pretty.
Anyway,
I forgot your names. I do apologise. You're on vacation, yes? You're from Reading.
Well, no, our daughter lives in Strathpeffer.
Oh, that's a nice place. Apparently the hot chocolate at that old Victorian
deli,
place is the best.
Yeah.
That's what everyone knows.
Yes.
Yeah, it's always busy in there, so...
It's the first place I went to up here, apart, my dad and I went on a coach trip in 2003. It was wonderful.
Yeah. Well, we are up here because they have decided to go on holiday.
You dog sitting?
Yeah,
Cat
no,
sitting?
No,
Kid.
we're teenagers sitting. 4 teenagers.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll be glad.
Boys
to
or
get
girls?
3
Three
girls and a boy.
One boy.
Well, at least the girls can bully the boy.
Yeah.
Does that what holds the boy?
Well, they've got two, the oldest girl and boy, and they're both 19.
Oh,
a
right.
16 and a
So like that.
14-year-old. But the 19-year-olds act more like kids than the other two do, so...
It's not really their fault. For generations now, we've infantilized children to the point. I mean, people complain about the way children dress. Forget acting, dress. They can do something about the acting, kind of, but the dress. Why complain that teenagers dress like this, Liz? They don't make the product. They don't create next year's season.
Trend,
They don't
yeah.
decide that children dress like children rather than Tony Curtis and Burt Lancaster in that film in the 50s, the Sweet Smell of Success or something.
Yeah.
You know? Because weveryone goes, oh, why don't people dress like Victor Mature and Burt Lancaster, etc.? Well, I do sometimes, actually.
Oh, right, okay.
You know, I look beautiful in 1940s or
40s
20s
suits.
suits.
Yeah, wonderful.
I mean, that's what we wore in the 80s. We used to go to Sam Brown in Covent Garden. Me and my friend, when we were 16, we worked on building sites in 1989. And we bought 40s vintage clothes. That's what we wore, kipper ties and everything. You know, we'd have expensive clothes, but the tie would be like 10 pence.
There you go.
But yeah.
He was a nice man. Anyway, the thing about it's not the children's fault the way they dress.
No.
Why people have decided that children should dress, young adults should dress like children, worries me. Nothing to do with me. But what I don't understand is in the real world, most of my friends are women.
Yeah.
I do have men friends tend to be amazing. Because, to walk along the street with me dressed like this sometimes, if I feel like it, you've got to have big balls or be 6'7".
Yeah. Big boy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my father was a coal miner.
Yeah.
I've always
where
looked
are
like
you
a girl.
from, then?
Doncaster I was born.
Oh, right,
A place
okay.
called Woodlands. My name is Desmond. As
Desmond
a child,
from
people called me Desi Wezzy Woo.
Yes.
Desi Wezzy Woo! So I reclaimed the name. I went, all right, I'll create a character called Woo. And it was later I realised that Woodlands is the lands of D. Woo, Desi
Oh,
Wezzy
there you
Woo.
go.